Hi folks, welcome. 22nd of May. I am here. I have done some alterations to this kiln that you've been watching me make over the last few sessions. I just want to bring you in on showing you what I actually did, and then we're going to start packing it. Let's do it. Let's do it indeed. Yes, so as I explained to you, I thought that the kiln was constricted on the inside. Now, a lot of people have written to me saying, oh, well, maybe you should just get more reduction, put a brick on the chimney here, etc. Well, that isn't actually going to give you, it'll give you more reduction, but it won't give you rise in temperature at the same time. This is the thing, getting the two working together. So what did I do? Let me show you down here at the base. At the base here, at the base of the chimney stack, chimney flue here, what I did was I opened out this hole. I've made it a kind of arched, very slight arch shape, as you can see. Its highest point is in the middle here. Another thing that I did was, I don't know if this will come out in this light down here, but I put in at the base in there in the corner where my finger is a little small 45-degree angle brick, a deflector brick, which is going to help those gases go up the chimney more easily. I did that. Let's see if I can just do this with one hand. Just want to lower this. So you notice the here the shape of this chimney hole. So I also opened that out here, whereas before it was kind of just rectangular, straight on the ends here. So I've angled the ends to match the inside. That's going to give me better flame flow through the kiln. So I'm hoping that with those modifications we will have an even better firing. Another thing I did, you'll see here, I mean, I did cut this anyway with a saw, but there's a cut in the middle here which I cut down kind of deeper, and also the one at the side here, and the one at the top there, and the one at the side there. It's just going to get a little bit, draw in a little bit more air, secondary air, through those holes. Okay, so those are the mods that I made. What I'm going to do now is open this back up, and then we're going to load it with pots. How about that? Yes. So whereas in the last firing was filled with, if I put the camera here, then I'll pack it from the other side. The last firing that I did, that first firing, was all bisqueware. Well, I'm going to pack this time. I'm going to pack with rawware, not bisqueware. Yeah, I've got some tea bowls here. Good old tea bowls. Do check on the inside of if you've had pots that you've made and they've been sitting outside, just give them a blowout, you know, before you put them in. So the cone, I forgot to get my cone. I've got the cone inside ready, mounted up. So as you can see, packing this does not take too long, does it? So as these are raw, they could be touching, but yeah, they are just about there. I kind of wish I had the cone. The fact that I don't have it. Or maybe we'll go and get it and we'll do a little tour of the garden at the same time. Let me see. Have I got any more over there? No, I don't have any more tea bowls. I've got a little pestle on a stand which I'm going to snick in, I think, there. Got to be a bit careful with these because they got wood ash on them and I don't want to rub the wood ash. I'll stick him in there. I don't think I'm going to get anything in there anyway. I'm just trying to see if there's one of these is a slightly narrower one. You could go there. I've got a little prop here that I put the cone on. I think that'll work. Yes, okay, another. Well, I've got a bud vase actually. A stray bud vase. Maybe that will go there. Yep, I think that will work. Put this prop back. Always try to align your props one on top of the other. I could still get another thingy down there. I find the best way to fire these pestles is on a little pad of clay. Like that. Put him there. Is he over the other? Yeah, just about. Alright, now this guy, I think will go there. I think that's the last. No, I've got two more tea bowls actually. Two more. Maybe we'll try that one. I don't know if it's a little narrower. That won't stick out quite so much. Over the front face there where the flame is coming up. Alright, now I said let's go and get that cone, which I forgot. Silly me, never mind. Let's go on a walkabout. Yes, let's go on a walkabout. Yeah, yesterday I went out with Warren, a friend of mine. He'd been out hunting up in the woods and he came across some clay, which he let me know about. And so we went out together yesterday and dug this clay. I'm highly doubtful that it's going to be refractory enough to withstand stoneware. stoneware temperature. You just get that box off of there, and there is the cone. I put him on this warming tray earlier to get dry. Yeah, it's a bit of an overcast day today. It's not cold, but a bit overcast. Do you like my Amish wheels? Amish buggy wheels. If anybody wants any of them, give me a shout. I'll sell them to you. For a good price, of course. So there you can see what I just did. Now I'm going to put that cone there. May have to be a little bit higher up than that. Checking this through the spy hole here. Yeah, well, I can see the cone there. I think that might work. Although it might need to be slightly more to the right, which means moving him kind of awkward to move because he's down in there, if you know what I mean. So I snuck him a little bit there to the right hand side. Got to bear in mind that he's going to fall across your field of vision, and so he's a little bit more to the right there. I think that's going to work. I wouldn't mind if he was a smidgen higher, but now where's my ruler? My ruler, my ruler, my ruler. My kingdom for a ruler. There it is. Always be careful when you're putting in your cone that you... So I'm putting a straight edge across there, as you see. Now I'm going to go down again and see. Yeah, if you look through there you can see at least I hope you can see the straight edge I put, and you can see the cone is just below that straight edge. That's important because you don't want to put the shelf down and crunch the cone because he's sticking up above the height of the props. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, Jelly Bean. Right, let's just take that out. Okie dokie. Right, let's get that next shelf in. Whoa. When you pick a shelf up off the floor that's been down on the floor, you may catch dirt along the bottom edge here. So it's actually really important to clean that bottom edge, alright, where he's been sitting on the floor, of dust and crumbs, etc. Alright, check the surface of your bat. Alright, does he need a little bit more bat wash, or is he okay? He's okay. Give him a blow off. Alright, he's good to go. Right, let's get him in. Swing that back round. See if I can get this a little bit more over the top. Right, let's see. I'll do it from this angle. Now the way I had this last time, if you remember, didn't quite. Yeah, I think that's right. You see there's a gap there, which I'm happy about. It's just one of those happy little accident, if you know what I mean. I didn't really plan it that way, it's just the way but I'm happy because it's going to give place for the reduction frame as it's drafted downwards to go down there and come up then here. Okay, so that's that. What else we got here in way of pots? We've got some merry little tankards. Let's see if we can get them in. Dee, dee, dee. So as I say, with packing rawware, you haven't got to be too worried about whether you can touch them up, you know. Touch them together. touch them together. Da, da, da. Maybe it's always tempting, isn't it, when you're packing a kiln to sort of try and cram it to the gunnels, you know. Nautical term for you there, the gunnels. And in this case, I'm not going to. It's also a question of, have you got anything else that can go in there to fill the gap? We may not have something, so I'm leaving a little bit of space here, more than I need, but in the interests of a better firing, I'm going to not pack it quite as tight. Oh, I mustn't forget these guys. Sent some pots off to Washington State and a wretched post office, USPS, whatever. They were clumsy with the box, and 2 of the pots got broken. Sorry about that, Lauren. You know who you are. Well, anyway, hopefully one of these jugs will replace one that got broken. Worst of it is they weren't insured. I should have insured it. I should have insured it. For a couple of extra dollars or $3 extra, I could have insured it. Or it would have had automatically would have had insurance on it, but we chose to go the cheap route. We didn't do it. Bad idea. Now, what else we got? Golly gosh, yeah, we've got some. See, with this kind of kiln being sort of smaller than, my aim is to get this to have a firing in here every week. Every week, my goodness me, yep, every week I'm going to try to have a firing. I guess we're just going to get one more there. Oh, now wait a minute. Supposed to get. This is a mug of it's got a diagram, a drawing of Jerusalem on it. I don't know if it's how well it's going to come out, but it's a sgraffito. Sgraffiato. I'm kind of feeling frustrated now because I feel like I want to get more in here than I am. I want to get that one in there. Come on, man. Now, as my dad would say, a little bit of jiggery pokery. We're going to move things around a bit here, pull them back here, pull them back there, gain an 1/8 of an inch there, an 1/8 of an inch there, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and before you know it, there you go, Bob's your uncle, he gets in, you see. We got him in, we got a little bit of space there, bit of space here in the middle, haven't we, more than I really want. It would be better if we could pull these guys too near the front of the flame face coming. I'd rather get them, let's see if we can, we don't want the decoration there right on the hot flame face. So what I'm going to do is pull him back, do that. It's the Jerusalem one there. You have to look back across the kiln, see where you can, as I say, gain an 1/8 or a 1/16 of an inch here and there. With these we can pack them more tightly, so that's good. So now I can move this back just even a fraction more. There he is. That's it, packed. Can't do anything more with that. Alright, you see that? Yes, now if I had something just to put on that little shelf there, a little small item, but I don't, so let's not cry about it. Time is money. Let's get on with it. Alright, let's just swing this camera over here. We've got to set up that burner. I want you to see me do that. Oh, this kiln, by the way, I've actually taken about 115 photographs of the construction of this kiln. Quite a lot of detail. I'm probably going to revisit those images and probably whittle them down probably to about 90. So there will be a PDF with about 90 images. Most of the images will be self-explanatory. Some will have some text to go with them. We'll go onto a PDF. It will go on my website, and if anybody wants it, they can go there and get it. Right, let's set up this burner. Where is he? Here he is. You know what? The gas, people have asked me, well, how much gas did you use, Simon? And you know, I don't know how much I use. All I can tell you is it's a 40-pound. It's a 40-pound. £40 bottle, but I'll be honest with you, the bottle feels the same as what it did. I'm going to use some clay here. I want to get the burner so that it's going in correctly, not pointing upwards. So you want to just check on that here. And last time I seem to recall, I took a little bit of clay, put it there like that, then put that like that. And now I'm going to, if I need that, I'm going to take a piece of clay, put it under the rear of the burner here, push it down like that, check it from the side, make sure that he's going in parallel with the floor, if you know what I mean, not at an angle. In other words, in plain English. In plain English, please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the entry. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Okay, we're going to start there with the burner set. Let's bring that camera down again one more time. So you can see the burners there set back a little bit from the hole. We can alter that during the firing. It's easy peasy, isn't it? With the setup that we got here, because it's so, you know, it's so flexible. This is the gas bottle. It's a 40-pounder. We had a firing, and it's still, still pretty heavy. Right, let's light him up. Where's the lighter? We got light. We got light. Right, first of all, make sure he's turned off here, which he isn't. So, do you know what that was only on like that much, and that's closed. See how little it was on. Let's turn it right back. Now let's open the gas here. Now we're going to turn him on here. You should hear him. There he is. There it is. So you've got a gentle flame. You want to make sure it's real gentle because this is all rawware. Yes, sirree. So, turn on the pyro. We've got 72 degrees. Alrighty, let's see. One more cursory glance over the kiln. Nothing untoward, everything looks okay. Okay, let me just stick this back up here. Yeah, thanks for joining me, folks. I hope this has been instructive for you, helpful, inspiring, encouraging, motivating, all those good words. Now, I did buy and get, but I don't know if I'm going to use it after all. I told you I got this stuff to put around the side here. I think what I'm going to do is, as the gentleman suggested who wrote, slacken off those on the strapping on the side of the kiln here, on the other side here where are those tensioners, slacken off the tension a bit. I think I'm going to do that and see how that goes. If it doesn't appear to be going well, then I will in the next firing. Oh yeah, incidentally, here I put a little piece of fibre here. Now here's just something quickly just to mention. This is sticking up, that fibre. I don't know if you can see it, but it's sticking up just a touch proud from this. So when I lower the lid onto this, it will compress that fibre onto the top of the chimney flue. In order for it to do that, and let's say it's exerting too much pressure on that, which could then crack it here down the side, what I had to do on the hinge here, if you can see this where my finger is, the slot here that it goes through, the hole, I had to overlate it, elongate it with a file. I don't know if you can see that, but the hole where that rod goes through is elongated top to bottom. That enables that when this lid comes down onto here, if it is sticking up a bit too much, it will, because it's got play here on the hinge, it will allow it to rise here. Now you see the position that that's in now. It's just about smack in the middle of that hole. Let's shut it and see. I bet you that that the rod here will be at the top of the hole. Let's check it out and see. Let's check it out. Okay, just a minute. Alright, I'm lowering him down. So now he should be making contact inside there with that piece of... Let's just check that. He may not have moved. Oh. Well, he's at the bottom of the hole, or maybe I figured that out wrong. But anyway, the important thing is to have some up and down play here on the hinge. If you just looking through here, see what kind of gap we got. It was definitely better. And what I'm going to do is these tensioners here, I'm just releasing a little bit of the tension because this is all going to expand. I don't want